Welcome to DuckCast episode 23.
Gotta raise my volume. I'm sorry. Already we're off at a bad start. Alright. Sorry, keep going.
Welcome to DuckCast episode 23. The show is now 23 years old. It's the 23rd anniversary of DuckCast.
Ah, gee, and me without my 23 balloons.
I stole that from somewhere. Now I just gotta remember where.
Well,
It was a really stupid joke to steal, too. It was from
Earlier-
Weisenheimer. From fucking Weisenheimers.
I still have to watch
That's
that.
how Yotam opened an episode. That's how Yotam opened an episode. Like, I did that by accident and then realized, nope, I got that from somewhere. Do you ever accidentally, like, say a joke that you like, oh, wait, no, that's from something?
Not really. It's like, you know me, like, I pause and I think of what I'm saying, and then I say it because I process really slowly. So it's like, I know what it's from. I know what I'm talking about most of the time, unless if I talk for a long while and then I slip up and stutter like I do. But no, not really.
So, yeah, we're not like, it's so weird. Like, we were doing so many special episodes in a row
Yeah,
that it
well,
feels
guess.
like, it feels weird to just kind of go back to regular DuckCast, but this is going to be another standard
It's
DuckCast.
weird. It's not. You can't really say we're going back to if it's like where the majority of the Duckcasts have been with guests, so it's like that's the norm. I hope with this
Yeah.
season we get more of just you and me episodes. As much as I would like more guests, I mean we do have some guests planned, but at the same time I would like, we gotta try this out a bit more. We need some more practice.
The problem is like people have actually become enthusiastic about DuckCast, and that's awesome. But like Austin wants to come on again, Mitzi wants to come on again, Jeremy wants to come on again. We still want to do the Smashcast and DuckCast
Oh my god, yeah.
crossover. Kevin, he's never like really eager to be on. Like he never like messaged me about it, but he's like always saying he's available. And now he actually has like internet where he is now, so
Yeah.
he could do it just about any night. Okay, not like any night, but like we could. Like I feel like we could get him on like one day a week.
Totally.
I know I'm Skype him once a week now.
And then you said like Will is up for
Will.
coming on, and we were supposed to get him on the finale episode, but like season 2 definitely. We promised.
We were supposed to get Cody on too.
Oh yeah. No, we had Cody on the finale. What are you talking about? We had
For
him.
like 5 seconds.
I freaking love saying that joke every time.
God.
Earlier, actually,
So-
right before you called me today, like my mom, like she knocked on my door, and I was like, "What?" And then she started quoting a line from Airplane, and she was like saying, "Hey, you want to watch Airplane with me?" I'm like, "No, I'm gonna do a thing with my friend Mike." And she was like, "Okay." And I was like starting to tell her like because earlier today I was like, I saw a YouTube video and it had nothing to do with the movie Airplane, and some of the comments like someone left like that joke from the movie like the pilots like the Victor and Roger and whatever like what's your Victor and what's your Roger like something like that joke they like wrote out that joke, then the replies to that were like other airplane jokes, and then the reply to that one was another airplane joke. It was just this whole thing. I thought it was really funny. It was just this constant spree of airplane jokes, and it was like 23 or 24 replies. It was so great.
I haven't seen Airplane. Like,
Oh, yeah,
believe
that's
it
right.
or not, that was on the
You really have to see it though. It's so good.
that was on the Discover and the Discovered list. The show I made a pilot for, but then I decided after the pilot, nah.
You should probably keep doing that.
I will. I'll still watch those movies. I don't know where the list is anymore. I'm sure it still exists in my basement somewhere.
Yeah.
This week was very productive. In some ways, I'd rather not dive into too much. It was like, I will say this: I got very sick. 30 minutes after that Skype call with you on Friday night,
Oh.
and I was like, yeah, I got started feeling sick. I fell asleep for like an hour and a half, and then I like woke up and I couldn't get back to sleep. And I had a night of vomiting.
Oh.
Then
Oh, that's lovely.
then a couple hours later, I got in a suit and went to that film festival, still feeling like
yeah.
garbage. Another thing that went wrong with the film festival. So I was part of a film festival. It wasn't for a movie I made. It was just for a film I edited. Won't talk about that too much. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. But like, it was fun. Had a good time with the people there.
You said
people I'm
there was like
working
a
with.
red carpet kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll actually give you a picture you can put up here. I don't know if
Oh.
it'll be like the cast picture, the just me picture.
Okay.
But yeah, put up the red carpet, Miguel.
Look at him. He's gorgeous. He's majestic.
That's
He is
bucks.
Mackle Shadackle.
I'm actually like
Sorry.
somewhat presented properly in that picture, so it's actually not too horrible. I'm still a chubby guy, but um, I went over. So that was fun though. Like I know it sounds like something I'd have more to say about. I really don't. Like yeah, it's just it was a fun event to go to. Watched a movie I edited. The people who worked there were kind of lousy that night, but
Yeah.
because
Oh.
there were technical difficulties, there was a photographer who had a really shitty attitude. But it had nothing to do with the people I made the movie with. They were great, and it was nice seeing them all there. A lot of them were people who acted in the movie I edited, and I didn't meet until that night, so that was nice.
You
I
were
actually learned.
probably like big fans of them by then because you kept seeing their clips over and over.
Yeah, I just want to smack them all in the face at that. But no, no, they were. I actually had some really nice conversations in that like lobby before we saw the movie. Like the whole people at the theater
Yeah.
being bad at what they did. It took them 50 minutes to play our movie.
Oh
It
yeah.
was like it was a 50-minute delay, and like I understand that technical difficulties happen, but that's bad. That's like 50 minutes late is bad.
I think I told you this before we were recording, but like when my sister did like dance competitions, she doesn't anymore, but when she did,
Yeah,
a lot of what I'm not gonna say. Actually, I really shouldn't say much because then I'll relate to your story. But like, um, there was just a lot of things like what you said, like delays and some stuff, like because for certain dance numbers there would be like certain numbers given, like number six, dance number 657 or something like that, and like they would be in order, but like they would be delayed by like an hour, a whole hour. Like yours 50 minutes. Think about an hour, hour and a half of like delays and for the stupid dancing, and you have to wake up. You have to wake up early just to be there at a certain time, and you're not playing until 3 or 4 hours later. It's like really ridiculous.
yeah. There was like a high school film festival, which I've mentioned many times. I think I've mentioned it like once or twice on the DuckCast before. I even remember Hell Hydra comments about it, so I've definitely talked about it. Uh, but yeah, there was a high school film festival I entered, which is the second time. This is the second time I went to a film festival, by the way. So I've been to two now. The high school one didn't have any of these problems, though.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. So
No, I
that's like
remember when you were telling me about that. Like that experience was actually pretty positive.
that was awesome. Like the film festival from yesterday wasn't a bad experience. It was just there was like as a whole, I would say it was a good experience. It's just
I
there was a
mean,
whole.
were you able to see some pretty cool films over there? Like you just had pretty much like a free seat to all that.
Just the ones that one that I edited and another one that they made because you
Okay.
have to pay like I think you have to pay
Oh, really?
individually
Okay.
but they I like they started playing another one while I was still in there and then I like left before they got too like far in though because like they didn't once the festival started there weren't any more delays like the movies pretty much played like 10 seconds after each other. um what else happened this week? I have an announcement, and this is not really something that happened this week, and this is not something that really is news. It's kind of been like this for a while. I just never made it official, and I feel like I should. I didn't even mention this to you before the call yet. For those of you who've been following Bemis and Company for a while, I just like again like this probably isn't news, but Greg is no longer involved and like
Oh,
it's just like it's official now. Like um, and again, like by the way, there was like no falling out
yeah. I
between
was
me and
gonna
Greg. He's
ask.
a great guy. Yeah, like he's doing his own thing. He's doing very like he's honest to God doing very well. Honest to God, I don't think I've ever heard him doing better in his life, and I'm very happy for the guy. Will always I keep always be a good friend, but he's just not interested in new videos anymore. And the reason I know it's like pretty much for sure now is because I messaged Greg because I already knew that Greg was kind of out of it now. Like Across the Fourth Wall was really the last thing he was going to do with us. But I like the thing that bugged me is his final appearance in Bemis and Company ever was Depp at the Christmas Party as his character Greg, and I just felt like getting suffocated to death being the close-in for his character. It just seemed like a bad way because his character was like such a huge part of the show for a long time, and I was like, shouldn't we give him like a goodbye episode, not just kill him off and like bring every other character back but him?
Yeah.
Because like even Bigfoot came back not too long ago. Uh, so like all the characters finally came back, Fred and Bigfoot were the two delayed characters because Fred didn't come back until Phantom of the Cornfield, and Bigfoot didn't come back until the Zika virus. But
Yeah.
with but like yeah, Greg said like he said he would think about it for a little bit, then he just confirmed. He was saying, yeah, sorry, I'm not going to be doing it. I was like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like we were thinking about bringing his character back in a movie, a second Bemis and Company movie, which is like been an on and off thing since the first movie ended. Since we finished the first movie.
Oh jeez.
But then I started thinking about doing then we started thinking about doing just like a final episode with Greg. But yeah, he's done. It's been a fun time though with him, and best of luck.
Should I
should
I make like what's it? A tribute video to Greg?
If anyone, I'll make a tribute to him
Okay.
if he wants one. I don't even know if he wants like.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I don't. He might not want like the thing with him, and I don't know this for sure. He might not even want really that much acknowledgement anymore.
Yeah.
Like when I re-upload Across the Fourth Wall as a movie, that is going to be the end of Greg's character, and you've already seen the scene with Greg in it, so it's not like there's going to be new scenes of Greg. Maybe there'll be some bloopers with him. I have no idea. I don't think I actually remember that day being a pretty smooth day. There wasn't a lot of like yeah. I don't know. It'll be funny because by the time the movie comes out, the bloopers will be like 5 years old anyway. Working on a Halloween video tomorrow because we pushed that aside very late.
Yeah.
But we have Joanne. Like this I was really excited about. I'm pretty sure it's still on. We will have Joanne and Brent coming back for the Christmas special. And that's awesome because Joanne has been in Joanne has been in all of them. She was in Death at the Christmas Party and Secret Santa, so she'll get to be in the third one too. It's kind of like becoming tradition, like these certain people appear in every single one of them. And it'll just be great to have, like Brent was in a video game recently too. Brent's like the most like on and off cast member I think we've ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm not responding too much. It's just a bit of like an internet connection problem, and I just don't want to ruin it by talking. Sometimes it does that.
Well, is my audio okay?
Yeah, it's just your webcam goes all bad. Like I'm sure people that actually watch the DuckCast and not just listen, like they know exactly what I'm talking about. And I guess the audio too. The audio goes a bit weird as well.
I always just listen to it too. Like I'm always working on stuff while I listen to the old DuckCast episodes.
I watch it as I'm editing it, so like just to see if anything happens. Maybe a zoom in or maybe funny zoom in, whoa. But no.
There's just a lot of stuff going on YouTube-wise for me. Like Rise of the Critics, I was late on because I had such a shitty week. I'm closer. I'm like 90% done now, but I don't even know if I'll finish it tonight. Like, and I'm really excited for the next one though because I think my top 10 BoJack episodes, which Zachary can't watch until he watches the show.
Yeah, if anyone's ever watched Gotham, it's a really good show, and I really want to catch up on it. I'm like halfway through season 2 on Netflix, and so it's like I have to watch that first before BoJack Horseman. You guys get it, you guys understand.
Dude, just watch BoJack.
I'm going
Do it.
to. They said it's 2 seasons long.
Good. 3 seasons.
Oh boy, that's fine. Are they like half an hour long or an hour long each episode?
20, like they're like 25 minutes each.
Oh, that's not bad. Actually, it's really great. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually it's consistent too. A lot of Netflix shows, like Stranger Things, have like it's just however long they feel they need the episode to be. But like BoJack's always 25 minutes. They always fall under that time zone.
Yeah. Oh jeez, come on. Well, there it goes, everybody. That's a perfect face to leave it off on, I guess. Until, Yep, okay, I'm gonna stop recording for now. Sorry, everyone. Hey, Michael, what you got there?
A bottle of soda.
A waddle of woda? Ah, gee whiz.
What is this? I'm an old man. I shouldn't have to deal with this.
What is this, alcohol? Anyway. What you got to share with us, everybody? I mean, Mike, everybody. English.
There's a funny picture that
Uh-huh.
Stuart posted. It's just making fun of all of those like this many days until this thing, and it's one more. Oh wait, no, never mind. I read it wrong. It's not even a
You
joke.
you set that up for no reason. That was so
It
dumb.
says one,
That is
it
the
says one.
worst. Okay, sorry.
It says one more Friday until Halloween. I thought it said one more day for a second. So like all these were opposite. One more day until Halloween, 4 more days until Thanksgiving, 9 more days until Christmas, 10 more days into Christmas until 2017. And I thought it was just like a post making fun of all the other posts by getting the dates extremely wrong. But nope, I was just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
We were talking about something before the
It
you
doesn't
got.
matter.
We were
I
just talking
mean,
about Jack.
it's whatever. I'm sure people were distracted
Yep.
by the internet connection anyway, so god damn.
We were talking Jack because I want to do that Rise the Critics on it next, but I also have a lot of other projects coming out.
Yeah.
I'm on like the 12th rewrite of episode 6 of Cameraman because I'm not satisfied with this one. I think I'm happy with it now, but we'll see.
Don't you? Yeah.
I drink soda in between connection problems.
That's nice. Uh, guess what
So
I
that's
did
nope
today?
came from.
Sorry. What?
What'd you do today?
I got furniture from City Furniture today. It came by in the truck, and it was like a magical unicorn falling from the sky, except it was two black dudes in the City Furniture truck. Anyway, so here's the piece, because I like showing things off, because I'm an asshole. So there's the shelves, and on the second top shelf, I have film stuff like my camera and my hats. That says Zeph Prod YouTube, because I'm an attention whore. And then there's a thing that's all white, the white shelf. Those are all Wii and Wii U games, and there's a Wii also in there because I don't use the Wii anymore. Because I mean, seriously, it's a relic. So who would use it? You can't see it, but at the very bottom there's the white Tiger Zord, from Power Rangers, and it's cool. And then on the top shelf there's like my Canon DSLR box, and it's cool because I like to collect things, and I'm 5 years old. And that when I was 12, and then the other pieces in my closet, but I'm not gonna show you that. But it's old clothes, and now I've got a closet thingy. Before I just stacked clothes in my closet
Well,
like a garbage man, but now not anymore. Hope you all enjoyed that story. Like, comment, subscribe to Bemis 100. Yay! That's
well, I have this pen.
I wish I had something to say to that. And I have this pen. His name is Ned. Ned the pen.
It's pretty functional. Pretty
It's pretty
functionable.
functional, yeah.
What else has happened this week? Got sick twice because I actually got like after that Skype call we did. My voice was kind of rough last week for like the last DuckCast where my voice was a little bit rough. I got actually sick the next day.
You told me.
And then I got really sick the other night from drinking too much. That's what it was, by the way. I drank too much. I watched Shawshank Redemption with my dad, and I had like too much to drink during it.
Yeah.
Shawshank Redemption was a wonderful movie, by the way.
I wish I saw a movie recently to talk about, so then I could like say It's weird too, because like last week, my mom and I were like, "Hey, you want to see a movie next week?" And I'm like, "What's that?" And she's like saying that Zach Galifianakis movie, which looks terrible, and I'm like, "Is there anything else out? Is there like we saw The Accountant last time? We have to see something better." I love The Accountant. There has to be something
you know
on
what
par.
I'm gonna say about like the freaking Zach Galifianakis, or whatever you say his name movie.
Galifianakis.
Galifianakis. I feel like it just looks like another one of those really typical comedy movies, kind of like
okay,
Train.
look, I don't know if you've ever seen Birdman. When he does a serious role, he's perfect. He's great. He's a great actor. But as a comedian, he's terrible. He's a terrible comedian. He does the same kind of character over and over.
I'm not even like calling him out. I'm calling out like typical comedy movies.
Oh yeah.
Like just
Colorful and
like very
sometimes
similar.
they throw an action into the mix when it's a comedy movie, and that makes no sense whatsoever. And they get one actor or actress
works
from
like
a
with
superhero movie, and it's just.
It works. It works with stuff like Deadpool because Deadpool did a lot of new shit with it. It was a comedy action film, but it was unlike any other comedy action film that was made. There was a reason for it to exist. I obviously haven't seen this movie, but it almost looks like, I mean, I never even seen 21 Jump Street, but apparently that's a really funny movie. But like that's what it looks like it's trying to be, like another action comedy movie. Like Key and Peele, I haven't seen this movie yet, but Key and Peele did a comedy, some like action movie, but it actually looks funny to me because the idea is so weird. It's like it's a movie about them trying to save their cat.
Yeah, I haven't seen that
thought
yet,
that
but
was
I see
a
that
funny,
like on DVD. But I don't know if you've ever seen this movie. Looking back on it, it's probably a bad movie. And like I don't know, when I was younger, like middle school, high school, how old I was, when this movie came out, this movie called Killers with Ashton Kutcher and Katherine Heigl, however you pronounce her name. It's now that I'm thinking about this Alec Galifianakis movie, it's actually not exactly the same, but it's a lot like it, where Ashton Kutcher's character falls in love with this ordinary girl, and he turns out to be a secret spy, and so then she gets on board with the whole thing, but it's a comedy / action, so it's a lot like this movie. And it's like, now saying that, it's like, okay, so this idea has been done before, and even then it wasn't even executed well, so it's like Hollywood's just kind of trying to get more. I don't know what the studio is that's making these movies. I don't know. He had like, it's weird, like Zach Galifianakis, I think this is his second movie that he's in this year. He was in that other one with Kristen Wiig and Jason Sudeikis, which I didn't see myself, but it looks the same kind of thing. Colorful, yet slapstick, yet some action and going to places, and I don't know. It's the same stuff.
Yeah, I hear you.
But it's like, I'm just saying, though, it's like nothing new, because again, like, this was years ago, this movie. Probably like late, early 2000s, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's just, I don't know. Comedy repeats itself too often. Nothing about repeating something else is funny.
There is that movie Birdman, which is more of like a more, I don't know. It's me saying this is like, ooh, Zach, you must be really stupid to say this because you're one of those stupid people. But I don't know. It's a smart movie. It's a smart comedy. With smart jokes, and it's not too obvious and too in the face. It's both subtle yet not, and wants you to know what it's talking about when they want you to know it, and it's just good. Like, that's a role that Zach Galifianakis should be in, and just other actors as well. Michael Keane. I think that's the last good, or the good in a while, comedy movie. Like, maybe in the 90s was the last time, like, good ones were around, but, like, really Birdman is all I could think of as, like, the most recent good comedy movie. That's not like this, that doesn't look like the others. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why Hollywood repeats itself over, like, stuff
list.
like Dumber and Dumber. Sorry if I keep interrupting you, but, like, stuff like Dumber and Dumber, and they all look the same. It just looks for kids, and they weren't, like, stuff, I mean, like, that, well, Dumber and Dumber was, like, originally something else, but I mean, I don't know, it's just the same. They look the same nowadays. Again, too colorful. Way too colorful.
I was gonna say, like, just something completely off topic.
Yeah,
I don't have a whole lot else to say about it. It's fine. We all go on to our little discussions where sometimes it's more than one person than the other. It's good. It's good to hear one of us talk for a long period of time about something. But, like, I was just gonna do the shout out of the week.
The shout out of the week. Have we done this? Is this a thing we're doing?
Yeah, like
I don't remember this at all. Okay.
Recommendation of the week. It was Astrid Clover.
Oh yeah.
Before.
Yeah, we should do that, shouldn't we?
Recommendation of the week. I'm gonna talk about YouTube. All
right.
And it's not always going to be like a really small YouTuber like Astrid. But today I'm gonna recommend The Lazy Masquerade. It's a Halloween for like in spirit of Halloween. He's just a show, does voiceovers on scary stories that are supposedly true. I'm sure some of them aren't actually true, but they're all stories that claim to be true. He has a really good voice for doing it. He's actually pretty popular online. He's not like millions of subscribers, but he's like maybe 100,000. I think he's doing well for himself. A very enjoyable channel. I would recommend it if you enjoy listening to stories like that. Like too visually
Your
interested about it. He
connection
does a
sucks right now.
really
It's
cool
showing me the
profile.
internet connection thing right now. This is good.
Okay, so we're back after being cut off again. This time even longer. I will say I started off this Duckcast in a pretty good mood, and I'm done in a shittier mood. The channel I was talking about was Lazy Masquerade. It's just a good scary stories channel. The stories that he tells are supposedly all true. Some of them are a little too out there, so I seriously doubt they're all true. They're all stories that like people who tell them that he's reading them off of claim that they're true stories. Some of them are definitely true because some of them are backed up with evidence. If you look into them, but like, yeah, I doubt every single one of them is real. But it's good. It's good stuff. I'm mentioning this one specifically now because it's Halloween. It's a creepy thing to listen to. But yeah, why are you laughing?
It's just that you're just like so like I'm so done with this right now. I just can't hold it back. It's just so funny.
I'm trying to stay in high speed for the rest of the Duckcast. But no, like my computer, like right when we got
it's like
Skype,
I understand. I'm not saying you should like fake happiness here, but it's really funny. I don't know.
I'm gonna try. Like, hopefully, I'll be in a better mood by the end of this. Like, it doesn't take a lot
Yeah.
for me to go from a bad mood to a good mood. It's actually pretty easy for me.
Uh-huh.
But like my computer's just like such a.
I don't know. Like after we had that however long break, I like quickly went on Google Chrome, making sure if it was my internet. I don't know. Like some of the pages were loading a bit slowly, but loaded up in the end. It could be me as
My
well. I don't know.
My computer's running beautifully right now, but it crashed.
Yeah.
When we got Skype back, and I was just so fucking angry. And then like what was funny about it though is when it crashed, you were saying so my computer started crashing with like being repeated over and over. So I was like, at the very
computer,
least,
I think, was just you know, doing that stupid face you do, but all pixely. I don't know.
I thought at the very least that would be funny to get on camera, so you could just put it in the Duckcast. And then right when I turned my camera, like I hit my phone camera on, so I was gonna send you that clip.
You were good. Yeah.
So it shuts off. And
I don't
that
know
makes
why.
Me more angry.
I don't know why people like. Discord was made like in the last few years because Skype was so bad. But the thing about that is that it doesn't have video chat, it just has voice chat, and it's also like it's good for like playing video games because it's like it doesn't. It showed like something like Skype and Discord like side by side, like little check marks, like what Discord does better than Skype, and it's like stuff with like processing. Discord does a lot better, uses very little CPU power. Discord and Skype actually uses a good bit, and that's why it slows down a lot. But again, it's just voice chat. Like, I agree with what, you know, I think it's important that we do a video, like, for this Duckcast. It makes us stand out a bit, I think. And also just for, like, reactions and just, like, communication's a bit better when you actually see the person. You know, that's just Skype in general, but I mean, for the podcast as well, it just works. And it's just a shame that Skype is it's just garbage. Again, like I told you before, like, we could go back to Facebook chat. Good old Facebook video chat, whatever that was actually called, but...
Changing the topic, I just want to... I see this video that someone shared on Facebook right now, and it's a prank video. And it's kind of it's actually a funny idea for a prank. They dressed their dog up as a spider, but the spider costume covers up the majority of the dog, so it's this giant spider running around and freaking people out. That's kind of funny, actually. But it's also a horrible idea, because I could easily imagine someone like grabbing something in it, you know?
I mean,
like that's a horrible idea.
Are you sure you don't see the legs, like the furry legs moving?
Well, people don't see it because it's covered well. It actually is covered well.
Huh.
Like if you took a couple of seconds to examine it, you'd be able to tell. But people are seeing this giant spider and they're making a run for it. They're not taking time to sit down and examine it.
Maybe it's staged.
It could be staged. It very well could be staged.
You know, from their
it's a bad idea.
From their angle of everything.
It's just a bad idea because someone wouldn't be, for like a giant spider's chasing after you, wouldn't be wrong to hit it. So if the dog got hurt, it would be absolute.
I guess it just shows how society today is just full of a bunch of cowards. Social experiment.
Yeah, a giant. I'm not afraid of spiders, but a giant one chasing after me would freak me out. I mean, one thing I am like fucking terrified of still is wasps. Like if there's a wasp in my house, like I freak out.
That
Like I'll go
happened a few
grab some.
weeks ago. Like I was like home alone and like my family sometimes never shuts the door when they take out the dogs. Like the dogs push the door with their nose so they come in, but no one, closes the door. So like after I see the door open, I close it. And I'm just looking around. All of a sudden, I see this big freaking wasp in my house. And I'm like, I think for half an hour I was like with a towel, just like, which by the way, end of the story. I got that goddamn wasp, and I treated it like how it was supposed to be treated, like trash. That's right, I threw it in the trash, and yeah. So I don't know,
Yeah,
wasps.
like
I don't know if you don't like. I don't know. I don't like a lot of things like lizards, spiders. Depends on the size, I guess. But
I have a gecko. Technically, it's not even mine. It was a gift like for my sister, but she doesn't
as long as it's like in a
because she
little
wanted.
cage or glass thing, as long as it's not running around the
Yeah,
house.
well, it's not roaming around the house because then my dog would eat it probably. But
Just imagine that.
we take it. We take him out of his cage. He's been in a few videos, just not
Oh
anything
yeah?
recent. He
Wait,
was in a Michael
I might have
Wanted.
seen a shot that you did with him. Yeah,
He was in a Michael Help Wanted episode.
yeah, I might remember that.
I don't
Uh,
know. Thinking of doing a Rise of the Critics, a Michael Help Wanted, just kind of as like a joke episode. I don't
that'd be
know.
cool. Like I told you, like I'm doing that. Maybe I shouldn't say on here, but like I'm doing that other episode that's critiquing some of my content for channel
Yeah,
reviews, and like I think that's a smart idea for any review show to do. Just like
a lot of shows,
it,
a lot
I
of
think
shows.
it helps.
Yeah,
The most thing it helps, which is kind of like, it's a little sneaky little, ooh, you're a little goober, aren't you? Little review guy, but like I don't know. I think it's the right way to go. Where when you do it, any review you've done and will do in the future is just, anything that might be hypocritical won't be anymore because like you now have proof online of like, yeah, look, I've critiqued myself on this and this and this, all these things. So it's like it's pretty okay for me to say whatever I want to say about you. It's pretty. I think that's a good
yeah.
perspective of it.
Like, um, I think you just kind of gotta watch it sometimes. Like, the only thing I say is I wouldn't like critique a small channel unless if it was requested.
Well, unless yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't think I. Astro Clover's like the smallest I can think of, which I am doing for channel reviews officially. Like that's it. I talked about in the last episode. I'm definitely
Well,
gonna do that. But
I'm guessing I say you shouldn't like tear apart a channel that small.
but you know what I mean.
Uh,
Like first of all, Astro Clover, I don't really think I'm gonna tear apart it too badly. Like there are some negatives, but I mean, not too badly.
yeah, I
Like
mean, I think it's more. I would assume it'd be more positive than negative, but
yeah, I agree. But they're you know,
I
and
watched
then
her most recent one and it was
you gotta be able to.
okay. Uh, it wasn't anything like too great, but I mean, I like the reactions that the characters have. I think that
Mm.
they're good at like they're good at presenting like the jokes. It's like they're good at
Again,
reaction
they're
time and
actors. They know good timing. They know um, what's it staging. They know. Well, Astrid as well. I mean, sorry, Allison. Oh God, we have it. I don't know about you, but I'm having that internet connection problem thing pop up. Anyway, it's gone now. Yeah, sorry, Allison. She's an actress too, and also she's directing the whole thing and producing and everything. So she's as well, making sure everything is top notch. I think that's what
yeah.
helps it out. She's not
I
just some
still
behind
think
the scenes
that
person. She's doing
gargoyle.
everything, and she's had experience in the professional industry. So.
Yeah. I like how like Astrid is becoming like it's like the season 2 equivalents of Rich Alvarez. Like we talk about her every episode now.
She doesn't upload too again. I still have to. Did I say this on the last episode? I forget. But I still from I don't know. Whenever we last talked about it, I still have to catch up on a lot because I haven't seen that many yet. I for some and that's a weird thing to say because her videos are so short. I shouldn't. It's like I could watch one video a day. It's just for some reason I just like I have better things to do, like check Instagram or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's I haven't caught up because I just like there's a lot of stuff I have to watch. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
watching all the new ones. I'll eventually go back and watch the old ones. I don't think I need to though. I think it's
like
like
I
you
don't
can
know.
start from really
What I'm
wherever.
doing
There
is
is
I'm watching from the oldest to the newest. I think that's how you should do it.
I agree with that. It's just sometimes it's harder when you're talking about YouTubers because with a TV show, if it's actually accepted on TV, the first season is normally like tolerable, but with YouTubers, a lot of their old stuff is intolerable. And I think like I watched like one really old Astrid video and I didn't like it at all. But I mean, maybe I'm sure like there's newer episodes I'm not crazy for. I didn't think that the Girls Gone Wild episode was really that funny. The grounded one was just okay, and the alien one was fine. But to me, like yeah, Astrid episodes like sometimes they're really funny, sometimes they're mediocre. I haven't seen one that I've like hated yet,
there's these ones that's like I don't know if she does it in recent videos, but like in her older ones, there was this character. It was played by one of her friends. This guy, something like that. He had like a little hipster mustache and glasses. He's obviously gay. I don't know if he appears in the recent videos, but
he's the gargoyle episode. Yeah.
No, okay. In the older videos, he has like his what?
The first half of the gargoyle episode isn't even that funny. It's just like the ending of that video. I watch it still. Like I watched it so many times. I watched it with you.
Yeah.
So you know what it is. You just don't remember.
I just don't remember. When I get to it, I'll remember. But like what I was gonna say, like in her older videos, like there was some videos like he had his own thing, like something Murray, whatever his name was. It was just him talking about whatever his character's opinions on whatever. I don't know. It's just another skit. But I don't know. Those I don't think were that funny. And then some of the skits that he's in though with her, like there was this one recently I saw of. I don't know if this other actress who it's weird because you're seeing the more recent ones. I'm seeing some of the older ones, and maybe some people aren't in the recent ones anymore. But there's this one character, this one friend of hers, who has short blonde hair, and is more like the everyman in every situation. She's just the person who thinks she's in the real world, while everyone else is a character.
I think it's like a bluish or darkish green than the newer ones, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. She dyes her hair in the later episodes.
But yeah, she's very straight about everything. But there's this one skit where she decides to leave the group, so it's like this thing pans back and forth from the group to her, and what they're doing is like they're going in the sewers and like there's just a bunch of crazy stuff, and I love it. It's like there's one thing they're on a canoe. And like one guy falls in the water, and it's like, no, go on without me. And it's like, but without you, we won't get any good selfies. It's like, okay. And then there's this other thing. They're walking by some guy about to rape some girl. Like he has her tied up, and she's like screaming, like, help me, help me. And they're all thinking like, oh, look at this, it's a show. Okay, we'll let you be or something. I don't know. It's just really funny.
Some of
the older
I
ones
was going to
bring
up
real quick, but not a lot.
One thing I was going to bring up real quick, just speaking of her character, there's an episode where they all get arrested because they break into someone's house. But like at the end of it, Astrid and most of the other characters, they're released because of ignorance of the law. They genuinely didn't know that they were doing anything wrong. But the whatever her name is, like the voice of reason, the straight man of the group, she's the only one who's gets arrested because she knew better. And that was like you have the one guy walking off, it's the guy kind of has like the mess, like the curly hair and the glasses. I forget his name, but I don't remember any names but Astrid as of now, by the way. But he just says as they're taking her away, says, yeah, you didn't even try to stop us,
Yeah.
It's funny. It's a really funny episode. That one I like too.
What I'll give Astrid Clover credit for, the channel. Sorry, before you say it, what I'll give the channel credit for. As a comedic skit channel that's not just for kids, it's actually for adults and teens and all that. They curse, but they don't curse too much, and they don't use that as their backbone. They're trying, and I wish with Zifprod I can definitely see some similarities, and I could definitely see some motivation for my channel as well. With that same PG kind of thing, but they're more PG than I am. But still, they try. They try a lot more than me, I think. And they got a lot more people that help them out, and I think that's what helps their videos become a lot better than mine, but I don't know.
I don't feel like Bemis and Company there was ever a specific time period where it was our backbone, but there's definitely episodes where cursing was our backbone. What I was going to say about Astrid, it's like one more little detail. The Gargoyle episode is actually called Photo Fads, I believe,
Okay.
because it's about them trying to make like the next Plankton, basically,
Yeah.
or something along those. I don't think it was Plankton specifically, because even by the time that video came out, Plankton was extremely outdated. I think by the time the channel came out, Plankton was
She
extremely
started
outdated.
her channel in like middle or late 2014. So this is pretty
Yeah, it's
recent.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And the Photo Fads episode, I think, is like only a year old,
Mhm.
so it's like somewhere in the middle right now. But it's just so like it's again like the beginning of it is nothing special. It's just them trying out weird things.
Yeah.
Like I do hear them talk about stuff. Like there is something that I kind of like. There's like a part where I forget what exactly that they're trying to do, but one of them is sitting on the road for a picture, and then like the one voice of reason character saying, "Hey, there's a car coming out the road." It says, "Wait, hold on, I'm just trying to get something with the light."
Yeah, they're
like,
always trying to do selfies in their skits. I love it. Like, for some reason,
yeah,
like it's that one joke that's just like how they presented off their delivery every time.
yeah.
It's just like there was this one skit like that again, that guy with the mustache, something Murray. Like there was a skit that where he was like being very suspicious with the group, and then at the very end, they like go in a circle, like a very like what's it? What are those things called? Interventions. And it's like they're sitting down, and he finally opens up why he hasn't been communicating with them as well, and he's like, yeah, the episode was about him constantly buying things like clothes and whatever. And they're like, "You gotta stop buying things. You're getting homeless." Like they go to his apartment. There's like no furniture in there, and it's like he opens up like why, and it's just because he's just trying to get more. He's just using the money to get more clothes because all the other clothes he's worn in his selfies, like he's already worn all the clothes in the selfies. He needs new clothes to make better selfies. And like the straight girl, she's like, seriously? And everyone else is like, oh, I'm so sorry. Here, I'll lend you my clothes. Like, one guy takes off his shirt and gives it to him. It's like, really? You mean it? Like, it's just all about selfies, and the straight girl's just like, are you kidding me, guys?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
like it. Another thing I like about Astrid is just like, I definitely don't think we're making it to a point where like everyone likes to say that the internet's going way too PC. I disagree with stuff like Filthy Frank, Max Mofo, iDub. Is like I don't think we're even close to
Yeah.
that. I think
There's definitely
but
things
I do
like,
like that.
oh, yeah, sorry, keep
I
going.
do I do like that Astrid is like it's a very unpolitically correct show. It's not afraid like even though these are former Disney stars, they're not afraid to like do screwed up topics. Like there's a suicide episode, and it's probably like the darkest episode I saw of the
And I
show.
told you there was that one thing in that sewer episode, like there was a girl about to get raped, and they just walk on by.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. Like yeah,
I shouldn't be laughing.
dark. Like I'm just glad to like see that because like it's not like it's like it's a very scripted show. Like stuff like Filthy Frank and iDubbbz is like very dark, like filthy
Yeah.
too, obviously filthy. But it's
Well,
like
they're
well,
good at improv. They're good comedians that way.
yeah,
With
it's
but these are
a
actors. You
script.
know, they need scripts, and that's what they that's just their talent. They're just good at what they're given.
I might have said this in a DuckCast before, but you know who I think has become too PC? And I'm not saying like everything about the show is like extremely politically correct, but it's too PC for this show. Is the nostalgia critic? I think that the critic has way too many morals now. But like the problem is, if he wants to develop the character that way, whatever. But he still does horrible things. Like he's still supposed to be this asshole, but he knows right. Like he like criticizes other people's dick moves now. Like or like criticizes like certain politicians. Although, but he's horrible himself. I don't. It's like watching fucking Family Guy, how Brian's supposed to be like this voice of reason, yet does shitty things
I
all
think
the
we've
time.
talked about this before, maybe not on the Duckcast, but it's definitely recent Nostalgia Critic it's more of Doug wearing Nostalgia Critic costume, and those are the reviews. It's not called Nostalgia Critic. It's called Doug dressed as Nostalgia Critic. That's what the show's called. Like that's really it. Um,
Here's the thing. I definitely prefer I don't think like I still really love the Nostalgic show. I'm as I'm getting older, I'm kind of realizing it more and more. I don't think Doug is really funny. Like I'm looking back at the older episodes, and most of those aren't funny to me. Now,
I was
occasionally
thinking about this earlier today, like
Well,
just randomly, and I was like, okay, I'm trying like what are my favorite YouTube channels? It's like top 5, top 10, and I still think Channel Awesome, just because of the Nostalgia Critic, is still in my top 10. But I can definitely he has his ups and downs. It's weird. with
Yeah,
it.
like I think
I don't know.
I think occasionally he gets a really good joke out. Like I think he is still capable of it. When I was younger, I think like I don't know if it's really just because I'm getting older or not. Because the older episodes of Nostalgia Critic don't really make me laugh anymore either.
I don't know.
And I used to like the freaking Tom and Jerry review, like Tom and Jerry the movie review. That used to kill me every time I watched it. Like I laughed hysterically. But like now it's just like even not watching it in like 3 years and I put it on again, I was like, no, like I don't even know why I was laughing at this. It's fine. Like it's not a horrible video or anything. He's still reviewing the movie and that's nice, but it's just like the jokes aren't really doing it for me anymore.
I don't know if you
And
ever saw this
I think
interview.
I
I
do want to say
forget
that
what.
I do want to say this real quick
Okay.
though. I do think newer Nostalgia Critic is better than older Nostalgia Critic because I at least I admire that he's trying to do all this different stuff with the show, and I think that he's still very well spoken and is just becoming better, more well spoken. Like I think when he does the editorials in the top 11s or the like what you never knew about this, I like those videos a lot. It's
I
the reviews
consider those
themselves.
art, like those editorials. They're
Yeah,
really nice,
they're great.
really well done.
And actual episodes of Nostalgia Critic, I will say this: what he seems to manage to like to me, what he manages to get right every single year is when he does the big Christmas episode. I have enjoyed the worst Christmas special ever, still do. I enjoyed Christmas Story 2, still do. And Christmas with the Cramps was not as good as the other two, but
I personally
I
like that
still
episode, but
I
whatever.
like it. It's not as
Yeah.
good. I do like the thing is, it's one of those few moments I like the skits more than the review. Like the skits I enjoyed, the movie review I was like it's kind of just a boring movie and you're talking to me about why it's boring. Like it's not fun to review a boring movie.
Yeah.
I liked the skits a lot because I thought old Nostalgia Critic interacting with new Nostalgia Critic was really funny, and it also had a really like again like it's always expected that he's going to do something heartwarming for the Christmas specials, but he does it well. It's never forced. It always feels very welcomed.
Going like still on the topic of nostalgia critic, just like how his comedy has kind of gone downhill and his whole perspective of like how things should be presented on the show. Like I don't know if you saw this interview with him and Rob. It was at this one con, but it was like this pretty big looking con. Like behind them there was like this glass thing. And you see the con, behind them. It was like well done, well looking
Yeah.
interview, I think. But I don't know. They were just talking about very not exactly, but just like how their show is structured, and like they explained it in such great detail that like they know what they're doing and they have such confidence in what they're doing, and when they're explaining it, it sounds like it's such a clever and genius idea, but like I don't know, just it's weird because in execution, like especially nowadays, it's just kind of it's like what they say but yet the opposite. It's hard to explain, but like take Rich Alvarez, like kind of like he expects this whole view of how his videos are coming out, and in a third party perspective, it doesn't really play out too well, you know. Not that Nostalgia Critic and Doug and Rob are just like going down to Rich Alvarez level, which in no way are they going even close to that. But it's still this awkward phase with them, I think, where they
To be
just don't
fair,
know what they really
to
want right now.
be fair at that though, like Doug is on a pretty big budget. Richie has like nothing. Well, that's not true. Richie has Patreon. And I don't think he's really using that money properly. If you can't
No,
do
no,
Mario World, that's fine.
wasn't on the last DuckCast or something. You said something about Doug's green screen, and I'm like, the cheapness works with the show, and I think they even talked
Okay,
about that on the interview. But
and
they
the
know what
Gravity
they're
Falls.
doing, but like,
I just think that they did a bad job with the green screen for the most part. Like, it was okay in the freaking what was like I forget what the song was called, but it was like the Alvin and the Chipmunks music video that they did.
okay,
And
it's fine, it's
it was
fine. It's an internet video.
no, like that one I thought was okay, but
Okay,
like in other cases, it's just like, it doesn't look like there's a lot of pride. Like again, like I know that they take tons of pride in the work, but there's just sometimes with the green screen where it's so bad. I'm just like saying, like take a little bit more time than that. Like if you need to delay an episode by a week, do it. But like just
I
because
look.
I just
I guess my
sometimes
perspective of green screens is just like at least green screens on the internet is just like as long as it doesn't have those little pixel things around you. Like my videos, when I used green
yep,
screens, like it's fine. Like that's
sometimes it
passable.
does, though.
I
I
don't
think
know.
that you at the very least have to color grade it properly, which they don't all the time. Like color grading is not a hard thing
So
to do. It's a very,
there's something
very
about them with having a younger audience and people seeing colors. Again, going to comedy movies, but I'm not saying the Nostalgia Critic is as bad as comedy movies nowadays. But I guess the color kind of helps. Just like
like another good example of green screen, like in that freaking Angry Joe and a Star Trek crossover on Man of Steel 2, they had a lot of green screen. It was fine there,
wait, Man of Steel
and
2?
Man of Steel, it was Batman versus Superman.
I
But it
mean,
was like
look,
it was
I
kind
guess
of
you're kind of right, but
it was wasn't it more about Superman than Batman? I haven't seen the movie. Just
I
kind of
mean,
like wasn't it kind of focused on
it
him and
was
then
kind of
Batman?
it was yeah both of them, but I can definitely see where it was kind of Man of Steel 1.5 or something.
Uh-huh.
But anyway,
Um,
what were you saying?
DC is DC is not doing well from what I hear. I haven't seen any of the movies, so I just don't care enough.
I'm
Uh,
I look, Justice League is hyped up so much, and I'm actually very surprised that people are excited to see it because I don't know if you saw the trailer for the Justice League, but like when they showed the logo, it was like the most. I talked about some on the Q&A DuckCast, like because Xander left that question about it. But like when the logo showed up, it was just this plain freaking text, white, no good outline, no like with the gray and like the shading and the shine, like a lot of good like I don't know, Thor: The Dark Worlds. Just an example of that. Just like a really nice looking title, and like just Justice League, a movie that so many people have been expecting. White plain text. What's so funny?
I'm looking at it. It's so this one is just a plain white text.
Wait, are you looking at the trailer? Did you
I
cut
saw.
to the?
I'm looking at a picture on Google. So it's the one that's just the plain white text.
Let's do this for the first time. Share your screen. Let me see. Let's also see your internet browser. Let's see what you're looking up. Let's see what you were about to delete, but don't delete because we
Do
want to
I
see. Don't
do
delete.
I have anything I want people to see? Okay, I think everything on my computer is okay.
Just show the picture. This shouldn't be taking so long.
Hold on. Just making sure.
Okay.
Just making sure. I have a lot of things I had to close out of. No, I had nothing. I'm just struggling with this stupid program.
Okay.
Is it this?
You're not showing your screen, Mike.
Well, it should be sharing.
All right, hold on. Oh, I like this little thing. It's out. Both shows both of us right next to each other. Yeah, I think that was the logo. Yeah, it's so plain. Look at that. There's like no good outlines,
This,
no good. Look, yeah, that looks great. That looks
but
great.
it doesn't look that great. That looks like a freaking
No,
like
not
a
the gray
freaking
one. The white one. The white one's the
the white.
legit thing. The gray thing, I think, is what someone else made.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying the gray one isn't much better because that one's just kind of like a filter.
It's something. It's still something. It has a
It
nice
is,
little shade to it.
but
It's
I
got
could
some
make that
grit
easy.
to it,
I
you know?
suck.
Look at that.
But I can make
You
that
when
easy.
you look, wait, go scroll back down a bit. Like you see Aquaman, like you get that picture of Aquaman and then you put that right next to the plain little white text and it's like that doesn't match. That shouldn't match. Like it's not
Why didn't they just make the logo Aquaman?
just the picture of Aquaman. That makes okay. Or like make his skin the color of the
This was
text.
the
Is what you mean?
ironic.
What's up? Oh, look at the Flash's
They should
dumb
just make.
face. I'm sorry, but I don't like Ezra Miller as the Flash. He looks so dumb.
Why didn't they
He's
just
a baby.
from the
He's a
TV show?
fetus.
That one's a lot more. He does look. He does have a baby face, but why didn't they just use the one from the TV show? They could have.
I love Grant. Dude, okay. First of all, I know you haven't seen the Flash. It has its weird moments that, from a filmmaker's perspective, it's not that great. But then it has great things. It's a fun show. Grant Gustin as the Flash, he's great. And I agree with you. They should have used Grant Gustin. I don't know why.
Yeah, because
They're
like
trying to split these
it's also
universes. I don't know. It's dumb. And it's weird
also
because
a
like, sorry
develop-
for interrupting again, but like, they have Flash, Arrow, DC's Legends of Tomorrow, and Supergirl, and they're all gonna have this big crossover soon. Like all four shows in a four-parter. They're already expanding this huge universe, and all that they have here is these guys, and they're not even doing any good movies right now.
Hey, this looks fun. What if this was the movie that was coming out?
Have you ever seen that, by the way?
No.
I have. It has that kid from What I Hate About You. Wait, I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but like I don't know, it's just a really bad. It's actually that wasn't a movie. It was a TV show. That was the pilot that never got you know brought back, obviously, because I don't know. It was really bad. It was Justice League combined with um a drama, a 90s drama or something, like drama slash romance. I don't know. It was so corny and so dumb.
Let's get this guy to be Flash.
It's so pixely, I can't even see it.
He's building a rocket.
He's building a rocket. Stop! Why are you
This guy,
sharing, dude? You know that I'm showing up twice right now. Like, you should probably put my webcam. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Why are we looking at Justice League pictures, Mike? We're still recording, you know.
hey, look at this guy.
Look at that guy, Mike.
I like
Oh
this
my God, I just
picture.
remembered. I wish I had the picture to show you. Maybe you could find it, maybe, but like there you know how what's it? You know how in the Batman v Superman trailer, you've at least seen the trailer, I'm sure, of it, but like there's that thing where Batman talks to Superman and he's like, "Do you bleed?" And then there's a clip in the Justice League trailer where he talks to Aquaman. He's like, "So I hear you talk to fish." And there's this one meme with those two pictures side by side, and then right underneath it, it's like, "Batman, why do you have to pick a fight with everyone?" And it's like, it's just funny. I don't know. It's weird. Already two movies in a row. Bruce Wayne's always trying to pick fights with everyone he meets, and then one comment's like, because he's Batman. It's like, but it's weird though because they bring up a really good point. Like, why is he just like picking fights with everyone randomly? Because they do nothing to him. They really don't. Well, maybe Superman, but like I don't know. The Justice League, he just meets Aquaman, and he's just already like, "What you want? You're a fish boy. What up, fish boy? You like when I call you fish boy? Ooh, I'm Batman. What you want to fight about?"
Just play that long speech scene about how he likes himself from planes, trains, and automobiles in response to Batman. You know what I'm talking about. Play the clip. Play the clip, Zach.
I love that scene. How did it go again? John
Hold on,
Candy, right?
Let me look it up, okay?
Okay. Wait, no, you have to put it on your phone because it won't show up on your speakers, or won't. We can't hear it on your speakers.
I'll do a reading of it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But you need to edit in some like music
Yeah,
for me, okay?
dramatic music. I don't believe. Why'd you?
I'm sure.
Well, you thought of that very quickly. That line for that whole scene.
Yeah, no, it's the "you want to hurt me" speech.
Yeah, that was great.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right, you ready for this?
Yeah, ready.
All right. Okay.
Should I be crying or look sad during this?
No, you should just look upset because I'm saying this directly to you. Like you feel guilty. All right. You want to hurt me? Go right ahead if it makes you feel any better. I'm an easy target. Yeah, you're right. I talk too much. I also listen too much. I could be a whole-hearted cynic like you, but I don't like hurting people's feelings. Well, you think what you want about me. I'm not changing. I like me. My wife likes me. My customers like me. Because I'm the real article. What you see is what you get.
That was beautiful.
That was a beautiful one we just shared. I'm sure it will be more when there's music added.
Look, everyone else, they're fine with it.
That'll be in the best of season 2, which I haven't even gotten close to finishing the best of.
Best of the best, the best of. Just take. You should take the Game Grumps best of theme and just put it for hours.
Just upload. I just upload a best.
Completely lazy like that. Wait, what? What were you saying?
I should just upload a best of Game Grumps video.
And title it just a DuckCast. Yeah, totally.
People who don't know who Game Grumps are, they'll think we're really funny.
I think people know who Game Grumps are, either whether they watch them or not. Sure. They're what's hip and happening around. I think Game Grumps also fall in that category of like channels like Filthy Frank, H3H3, JonTron, just those people who just like not afraid to take risks. You know, of course they censor some things on their show, but I mean, like for the most part, they say whatever and they're fine with it.
Yeah. I try to be like careful of some of the shit I say sometimes. Like there's one video, one old Beavis and Company episode. I think it was season 3, so 2012,
Mm.
and I wish I would have kept the file. I deleted the video altogether, but like it was an episode that I cut because it had a trait in Michael that I hated so much, and I was a little bit afraid of offending people, but I was more of just I thought it was too mean for Michael. Because it was about a friend of Michael and Fred's, and like I actually think you're like, honest to God, it was actually one of the better videos that we made. So again, I wish I would have kept it so I could like upload it as like a lost episode.
Uh,
Um, but it was this. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought now. It was this whole. Fuck, why do I do these things? Fuck, I'm like completely freezing up. It was like the whole video is a friend of Michael and Fred's, an old friend of Michael and Fred's
okay.
was getting married, but it was going to be a gay marriage, and Michael was just going to have a huge problem with that, and we were just going to Michael like a part of Michael's character is he was going to be a huge homophobe, and I was planning on making that a joke throughout the series. It's just like Michael's a very like mean-spirited character, so making him a homophobe seems right. But then like I thought
That
more
would have
about it, and
been,
just like hating someone for no reason
yeah.
did not seem like a good trait for Michael because Michael isn't like particularly religious either in the show.
Mm.
So just having Michael be hateful towards a group of people for no reason was just like it felt too mean for him. Like you wouldn't be able to like him at all after that. So I cut the episode. It probably was going to be the voice of reason, of course. Like it wasn't going to be like an anti-gay marriage video. It was just going to be Michael
I
who had a
don't.
problem with.
I'm. I probably shouldn't say this because of any PC warriors out there, but j before I say this, I guess Mike. Just so you know, Mike is not to blame for whatever I'm gonna say. I guess if people get mad, whatever. But like, this shouldn't be too offensive. I don't think. But a lot of people nowadays are way too PC over the whole, just gay, homophobics,
Oh.
homosexuals. Just like
Uh,
I think it's become a lot more PC. Which, look, it's great because the last decade was pretty bad, and the decade before that was worse, and this is the first decade that we're actually very, very accepted of that. But it's become a little too much so where we can't even say a little jab and not get hated on. And it's
yeah,
like I feel like it's a bit
absolutely.
annoying.
People. You know what? People are too sensitive nowadays, and I definitely think there's different levels. Like there's people who get like worked up over the like it goes both ways of people getting too worked up. There's the people who actually do get offended by every small thing,
Hmm.
and then there's the people who accuse everyone of getting worked up about the same small thing. Like this, like you'll go on a video so often you'll see I can already hear the PC warriors coming,
Like, I know
but
you're going to the topic of just the PC in general, which I kind of am too, but I don't know. It's just the subject of homosexuals is just a bit
yeah,
more so nowadays, I've noticed.
I
Just the
think it's that
most
it's
thing
like
that you have to defend, or else you're the worst person ever.
it's also like with transgender people. You know,
Like,
it's
I have friends, mostly because of cons, because, I don't know, I guess cons just attract people like that, but that are either homosexual, transgender, pansexual, whatever the heck you want to call it. Just everything.
I don't like
Like, it's
I
fine.
think some of my okay, you know what? I won't say anyone specifically just because I'm pretty sure they'd be fine with it because they're not like hiding it. They have openly said it. I just won't say it just in case.
Okay.
Um, I have several YouTube friends who are gay, who are openly gay, and I think yeah no just yeah who are openly gay, and like like yeah obviously there's nothing wrong with that, but like I don't know like I don't really make jabs at them ever. I don't really find it funny, but like at the same time I don't. I hear what you're saying. Like people do get like worked up. But I will also say this, and say whatever the hell you want about me for this. I don't agree with this person at all. I think he's ignorant for it. I think it's an ignorant thought to have. But I have known people who are actually, and I shouldn't just say one person, like several people who are homophobic,
Mm.
or at least it doesn't go against it goes against their religious beliefs. But I don't hate them because of that. I think that they're allowed to have that opinion as long as they're not being assholes about it or going like waving signs saying
Yeah.
God, like God hates fags. Like yeah, no, like opinions are okay. I think it's a dumb opinion to have, but
I
I
think
definitely think
I
PC.
think like
Get you.
I've actually thought about this a lot recently, and like going back to like people like iDubbbz and Filthy Frank, that iDubbbz uses the word faggot on a daily basis like 100 times, you know, and his
Yeah,
audience are completely okay with that. It's kind of like channels like these, as raunchy and as offensive as they are leaving a positive impact compared to most channels like Pointless Blog, who is a nice guy, good for him, but he just does challenge videos and vlogs and ooh, I'm special, and it's like you're not helping anyone. You're just a handsome dude online who's just putting out corny videos. You're not changing people's perspectives on life, on the world, as people, as we as human beings. I mean, a novel channel should be like that, but I think you should definitely look back on what you're doing as an entertainer and be like, am I making a difference or not?
what the fuck did you just say about challenge videos?
I was like looking at your face, like, what kind of dumb crap is he
I
gonna
was
spit out?
getting tricked.
Sorry, I shouldn't
Oh,
rant
that
that
word's
hard
like, okay,
anymore. Let the rant
I'll
party
actually say
end.
this right now. The whole trigger thing is getting overused now.
No, I
Greatly.
don't think so. I'm gonna use it till the end of time. I love it. But I had
Um,
something else to say on that other topic we were thinking about, but I lost my train of thought. Just want to point that out. It was a really good thought
uh,
too.
it was like, was it when I was talking about like the video I
No,
decided
it was
not to
just
put
all
up?
about the PC stuff and the homosexuals, and it's just something. It was a really good thought, and I completely forget it. But it's fine. It's whatever. Um,
I hope I hope if the people I hope if the people who like I was referring to watch as part of the DuckCast, I don't haven't angered you, by the way. Like I'm not trying to. I really just want to stress this all the time. I might say stuff that people
I
don't like
I
sometimes, but
just
like I
I
swear
just
to
re
God, my
yeah.
intentions are never to hurt anyone. Like
I just
I
remember
just
what
want to
I
stress
was
that.
I just remember what I was gonna say because you actually remind me a bit. Um, like again, I said like I have friends of mine that are also all these labels, all these things. Triggered that I said labeled. Oh well. But like, what's funny is that I'm sure a lot of people are being PC about this, yet they're not homosexual or transsexual or pansexual themselves, and you just pan over to these people that are, and they're just like, "Oh, we're fine with it." That we know that they're using it ironically. It's funny, and like it's just that's with anything like blacks and
There's
with
people.
everything. Like
There's
it's
people.
just you pan to the actual people, and most of the time they're just fine with it, which is just the irony of it all.
There's two. There's two sides to that. There's people who want attention by making a problem out of something,
Yeah.
but there's also I do think from people that I have met in the past who are too sensitive but nice people that there are genuinely people out there who just don't like any negativity of any form, even if it is just a joke or even if it is just like the most innocent thing. And I think that they mean well, so I try. Like even when they like, I see stuff on Facebook all the time. Like friends of mine will post, and it's just sometimes it's like the most sensitive material, and I try not. Sometimes I will comment. I always regret it after I do because there's just no reason to. But I always try to just ignore it because I know that they mean well, and I know there's no reason for me to start arguing with them. I do think it's too sensitive, but I think like truly they do mean well with it. But lashing out on other people is just an obnoxious thing to do when they say something that you don't agree with, even if they like, even if like you're right and you lash out
I
on
th-
someone.
I
That's one thing.
think I think that
You ever see?
wait, sorry, just one quick thing. Like the fact that
Okay.
they're pointing out negativity in a negative way is just so hypocritical, and it happens like all the time.
Yeah, I think that I want to say this too. Like, ever responding to an argument with rage is always a bad idea. Just something I want to point out.
I do
Have you
that
ever
too
like seen
often,
a
I
video?
should admit. But
But like, you ever see a video with a person recording like it's a rant video and they start out yelling or angry or with a very serious tone? Immediately, I can't take them seriously. They're acting like
yeah,
a fucking 3-year-old. You have to like it's okay to make videos where you disagree with someone's opinion, or you can like even call them out. But like I mean, even look at iDubbbz. He does it and he goes harsh with it. Like if you look at that Keemstar video he made a while ago, but he also remains calm the entire video. It's funnier because of that,
mhm.
and it's also just like more educated because of that. Like if you open on this guy who starts having a hissy fit or starts yelling right away, it's impossible to take seriously. There's a YouTuber I watch by the name of Mr. Repsion, and that's so this guy's hated, by the way, by a lot of people. I like him personally. I don't agree with him all the time. I don't think I should agree with him all the time, or else it'd be boring to watch his videos. But he doesn't do it so much anymore. But he used to open a lot of videos just yelling into his camera because he was angry about something. And even though I like the guy, I couldn't take him seriously when he did.
There's that one YouTuber who used to be,
unless you're doing it for a comedic reason. Like I'm sorry.
Yes,
there's a YouTuber by the name of Grade A Under A who also starts a lot of videos out yelling, but he does it like in a comedic way, and it almost always works with him.
There's that. Wait, did you just say Grade A Under A?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say that. Like he used to be liked, but like nowadays it's his tone. It's just very. I'm sure he doesn't mean it. Maybe he does. Maybe it's just. I don't know. It could be how he just sounds, but like he just always sounds really angry, really negative.
Great.
And there's also that other guy, Pyro Cynical. I don't watch his videos that much, but I know that he
watched him. I know Keemstar had an issue with him.
He's like a drama
one thing I'll say,
not drama channel, but
one
like
thing I'll say
news channel.
about Grade A.
Yes, right.
Is I was starting to dislike his videos as they started coming out. However, he recently made a video where he criticized himself, saying he hasn't enjoyed the past few months of videos of his, and says like there's just a lot of things he needs to change because YouTube's becoming like more of a job than a passion, and he admits that he's uploaded videos he wasn't a fan of. I think he started doing political videos, which would sound horrible, by the way, but no, he starts doing these political videos recently, and I actually really like them.
Okay.
I actually think that they're really well done. He still is able to be funny with them, but he's also making great points. And it's basically just why both of like the options we have are horrible. But he's being like very fair at the same time. Like we haven't. To be fair, he only put up the Hillary one yet. I have the Trump ones coming out like maybe like Friday or something. But I'm really excited for that one too. I think he's like starting to get better for me again. I'm glad I stuck around for that reason.
Okay.
You know what YouTuber kicks ass?
The one you recommended earlier, or someone else?
I'll have to recommend this one on a later episode. This is gonna be the one that's linked in the description, though. No, the one from before, Lazy Masquerade. I still can't remember how to pronounce that word. It's such a weird word for me. No, it's not massacre. I'll look it up again at the end of the episode.
Yeah. Send me the channel at least.
I will. I actually sent it to you right after this episode because we're almost done now, right? Like we're probably over an hour now.
Actually, you should probably type it in the chat and not even send it to me so I could personally look it up because I don't make the descriptions of the video till I have the video actually rendered.
Well, if I link you to it, you can check it out just by clicking on it. Shouldn't I just send you a link anyway?
No, just give me the name and I'll type it up myself. I'm not that lazy.
Okay.
But what were you saying?
I'm not accusing you of anything.
Yeah, I think you are.
There's a channel called I Hate Everything, and he's getting pretty big now, I think. But he, I don't know if you've seen any of his videos. Older ones, not crazy.
You've talked to me about his videos, and I've seen some. I mean, I'm not necessarily a fan, but
I like that guy a lot. I don't know. He's just he's become probably top 5 for me. Funny guy. He has like such a negative title, like it's I Hate Everything, but he's honest to God. Like I know this might sound weird. To me he's almost like one of the more positive YouTubers out there. What I mean by that is he's just very
I think it helps with his name. The word hate in the title. It's just you kind of know it's like a character. Uses it ironically, all that anger ironically.
It's kind of a character. He's never really that angry. He's like always very calm in his videos. Like he's not his humor is very dry, but I mean that in a very good way. Like it's good. He's wonderful. Yeah. It's like for him, it's like 1 out of 15 videos is bad for me. Even then it's normally a video that he like obviously didn't have. Like it's like there's like an episode of I Hate Everything called I Hate Dust, and it's like clearly a less interesting topic. It's kind of like just the fact that he made a video on that's kind of funny, but like it's 9 minutes, and I'm just like, I got bored after a while. But I got a laugh out of it still.
Okay.
But he does stuff like that occasionally where it's just a complete joke video.
I think it's funny. It's a lot funnier, like when the viewer starts to make it funnier. Like I can't believe that this is what I'm watching right now. Like once you get 5 minutes in, like I'm watching a video about some guy hating on dust. Like that's all. That already in and of itself is a funny joke. Like and that just lasted the whole thing overall.
He recently did an episode titled I hate parody channels, and it was because what it was parodies of his channel. But it was
Oh.
the title is I hate parody channels, but he actually like says some of the channels like are okay.
Hmm.
Most of them are horrible, and like even the ones that he gives like a thumbs up, but I think he's kind of doing it ironically.
Hmm.
But he's not like saying, "Oh my god, you freaking suck," or like, "Oh my god, this is terrible." Like he's just like very calmly going for all of them, actually laughing. Let me tell you three things from that video, just as a little preview that even if you're not a fan of them, this video is hilarious. Like it just became a big thing. There are so many of them. The first thing that was really funny is like as he went through like halfway through the video, as he's going for them, he like starts to realize that all of like these people, all these I Hate Everything parody channels make videos requested by other I Hate Everything parody channels, and then the part that just made me start cracking.
So that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. But the part that just like, but they're all like shit posting, like they're all intentionally bad.
Yeah.
But the funniest thing about it is like there was one that like said, I hate like one of the parody channels saying something so and so exposed, and it just starts laughing, saying they're exposing each other. They're making exposure videos on the different parody channels. There was one part he shows where it's like a bunch of the different I Hate parody channels, like where it's just like a really crappy MS Paint adventure series with all different parody channels as characters, kind of like a murder mystery back in the day.
Dude, I was looking through my subscriptions today, just like seeing like who was I subscribed to. I came across the name of the channel. I started getting all these flashbacks. I love how we had Austin's name in it, my name, your name, Allie's name, Cody's name, and even Kenny's name was in it. MLS something, whatever his channel was. But like, yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. But like the thing that I found funniest about like all of it is it was like one of them was I Hate Green.
Okay.
It was I was one of the parodies. I Hate Everything has this series called The Search for the Worst.
Uh-huh.
Where he looks like he goes on IMDb and he looks up like the worst movies ever, and he like will review them, searching for the worst movie.
He's done that with
and then this I Hate Green channel does search for the worst shade of green, where he makes videos looking like over all the different.
How many shades of green are there though?
200, I guess, according to the series.
That's good.
Going for each one, making a video about it.
This one is slightly worse than the other one.
And then he has like other videos, which is just I Hate Everything videos. Like one of his first videos was I Hate PewDiePie. Then his version is I Hate Green PewDiePie.
That's great. This guy's on the inside joke.
That's funny.
Yo, with this recording, we're over 52.5 minutes, and I'm sure that means we're over close to an hour and a half. So. I think
this is a good episode.
I like it.
The
last one I really liked too. I'm starting to now realize these you and me episodes are way better than I thought. These last two have been great.
We definitely want to have more guests on. I think even the next episode will just be a me and you. Maybe
after these last two episodes, what are we kidding? No more guests. No way.
Yeah.
No. I'm
we think that we should hold off on guests a little while, just because.
Like I'm excited. I'm excited for Will, Smashcast, more Austin, more Kevin, more Mitzi, more Cody, because all that we've had with him is Macklin Smorty and that 5 seconds that we had in the season 1 finale. Like
more Jeremy, because he would be the only one we didn't mention.
Jeremy, we have really long conversations with. I think he could definitely fill up a really good episode with.
Yeah.
But no Chris, no Chris Orr. Just please, no more. I'm done with that.
No, honestly, God, I love having Chris on. I don't know why. It's just like.
Look, I will admit, I don't upload the Chris episodes as early as I should, because it's very hard for me to get to sit down and watch one of those episodes for some reason. I don't know why. I just can't. When I do, I'm trying to push through it. It's very hard for me.
I don't know why.
I'm
I
sorry.
feel like
he's my friend, but it's just.
Is Chris like the most common guest?
He is.
It's either him or Chris.
Because you keep accepting him on, but yes. You said he should be on the Q&A episode, which I was like, no, he really shouldn't be, but then you're like, yeah, let's put him on. Then you were like, wait, was he?
No, that's actually not how that happened, but.
Yes, it was how it happened. What are you talking about? That was exactly how it happened.
I said that Chris wanted to come on and do a DuckCast, and then we we did a DuckCast, and then for whatever reason he stayed on for the Q&A one. But I don't like. I think it
No,
was just
no,
because he was
we,
still in
we
the.
we were talking. We were like, Chris doesn't really have to be on with this one, and you were like, oh no, yeah, Chris could stay on. It's fine. It wouldn't make any sense. He
Well,
doesn't
okay,
have any questions for
I,
him, but
I
it's
guess
fine.
I guess I didn't overthink it. God, Chris is gonna watch this, and his feelings are gonna be hurt.
He's not gonna watch it. He's not gonna watch this.
uh, Chris, I love you.
I love you too, kind of, not really. Oh, at least let me say this. A few episodes ago, I forget what it was. I think it was maybe either the Q&A episode or that one we did the same day. But he, like, on that episode, he was like, "Hey Zach, I got something I'm gonna give you the next time I see you." And it was like this Twilight Princess poster, and only just recently, I finally put it up, and it looks really good. Like, it fills up that wall really nice. It was like a blank wall. I don't know if you remember those Zipprop videos where I would vlog in front of there, and there was just like this plain white wall, maybe with the Mario Maker thing, but like that was it. And like, if I know it doesn't show up that well on the webcam, but like here it looks really good. And Chris, thank you for the poster.
Chris is the brother of DuckCast, and he will be invited on.
Is that what we said? The brother? I thought he was like the weird
We
cousin.
did talk about this before. I forgot about that.
Yeah, on the finale.
That'll be on the best of for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I love that. Oh, Grandpa Kevin.
I got a
my
lot to
favorite
listen to. I'm still on episode 7 when it comes to editing that.
You have the works, you have the schools, you have the families, you have the stuff.
I might listen to one tonight while I work on something. The old episodes are hard to watch.
Well, you're getting there to the more modernized DuckCast.
The next is the Mario World DuckCast, which I don't.
That's gonna be tough.
I don't know if that one's gonna be tolerable. It might be. And then the next one is Mac and Morty 2, which is horrible. And then we have DuckCast 10, which is the worst one.
Look,
and then
Mac and Morty 2, it's not as bad as you may think. I mean, we did laugh. We had some ha-has.
I'm not looking forward to it. I remember the whole thing just me being constantly put down by Cody and not having any fun.
His comebacks are funny though. That's his thing. I like it.
And I'm just gonna skip that one. We're not gonna get any best of them. I'm gonna put like 30 minutes worth of episode 10 in the best of.
All right, so
we should end this.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks everyone.
Enjoy this episode. Don't get the controversial shit, but it's not even that controversial.
Look, I think we did. I think that was the first time we talked about some controversial stuff, and it was well said. I don't know. It was our first. Not saying we won't do it too often since we did it so well, but I'm just saying. We just had enough to say about it, I guess. Alright, so bye everyone.